Brunswick Lumber has been in the lumber business since 1848, and that says more about their commitment to the future than it does about their past. Today, we are a seventh-generation, family-owned integrated forest products company who is passionate about our people-first and values-driven culture. Visit us at our Brunswick location at 158 Church Road. Looking for a cozy getaway to a beautiful mid-coast Maine? Welcome to the Brunswick Hotel, your boutique escape nestled in between Bowdoin College and Station Avenue. With 51 beautifully designed rooms, we offer the perfect blend of comfort and charm. Enjoy a welcoming atmosphere and easy access to local attractions. Experience the heart of Brunswick at the Brunswick Hotel. Book your stay today and create unforgettable memories. Your home away from home.
Ooh, child, listen. Naturally, the voice within me that's speaking to thee. 'Cause it's love that makes a woman.
Bowdoin is proud to employ Mainers who know the value of hard work and shared effort. We're proud to build sustainably and to welcome our neighbors, friends, and fans. We're proud to be one of only 9 colleges in the country that is both need-blind for all applicants and has replaced student loans with grants. Bowdoin, of course, is in Maine. And Mainers, we put in the hours and get it all done without making a fuss. So consider this our 30 seconds of celebration. Okay, let's get back to work.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the campus of Bowdoin College, Brunswick, Maine. Welcome to Bowdoin College. It's a non-conference men's basketball matchup as the Blue Jays of the University of St. Joseph out of West Hartford, Connecticut, take on the Bowdoin Polar Bears. I'm Jim Toomey along with our producer Elias Page on the Northeast Sports Network, the official streaming partner of Bowdoin College Athletics. I'd like to remind fans that this game, along with other Bowdoin games, can be watched on any device from anywhere. Bowdoin games can be streamed via computers, mobile devices, and OTT apps like Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Search for NESCAC Network in the App Store and download the channel or app to your favorite viewing device. For more information, visit nescac.com/NESCAC Network. There was snow in the area since this morning. St. Joseph's got here a little bit late, but not late that we're going to be delaying the start. Looking at the Blue Jays, they play in the GNAC, the Great Northeast Athletic Conference, and one of those conference members is St. Joe's of Maine. And I think St. Joe's of Maine plays the University of St. Joseph towards the end of the season in Standish, Maine. So taking a look at the Blue Jays, the school was founded in 1932 by the Sisters of Mercy. The men have come on campus in 2018, and they were fortunate enough to have the services to the men's basketball team. The Hall of Famer Jim Calhoun came out of retirement and coached them for 2.5 years, off to a great start, 47-17 record, before one of his assistants from UConn, Glenn Miller, took over as the head coach. Coach Miller in his 5th season, record of 96-17 coming into this year. Assistant coaches Stephen Laffin, Tyler Olander, Jake Sullivan, and Jeff Calhoun, the son of Jim Calhoun. Blue Jays come in 4 wins, 4 losses. They score 76.1 points a game and 73 points a game, giving up 73. Their last game they lost to Yeshiva of New York, 78-64. They'll be in action one more time before the break. Thursday, December 18th, they'll play Coast Guard at home at 6 p.m. Bowdoin College Polar Bears, members of the NESCAC, led by Coach Alex Lloyd in his 5th season. He's a graduate of Pomona College, where he received a lot of accolades, experience in the G League, NBA behind the scenes, and also Texas A&M. He's assisted by Cal Conley in his first year. Bowdoin comes in 6-3. They score 78.8 points a game while giving up 70.8. They shoot 46.1 from the field, 35.3 from behind the arc, and 73.1 at the foul line. I believe I skipped over the Blue Jays stats. The percentage of shooting, they shooting almost 50%, 49.5, 38.2 from long distance, and 73% at the foul line. The last game for Bowdoin, they played University of Rochester in that conference challenge as the NESCAC challenged the UAA. And Bowdoin split on the weekend, last weekend, but they defeated University of Rochester 72-70. One day after they lost to Carnegie Mellon in overtime. Next game after the break, Bowdoin will be going on New Year's Day down to Castine, Maine for a 2 o'clock game against the Maine Maritime Academy. They'll be on the road at Emerson in Boston, 3 o'clock on January 3rd. And then conference play begins. The NESCAC conference will start January 9th and 10th as Tufts and Connecticut College will be here. In fact, we mentioned St. Joe's of Maine. They were also founded by the Sisters of Mercy in 1912. They went co-ed, so to speak, in 1970. Men's basketball was one of the first teams that was formed. And people ask, why is it called the Monks? Well, when they started that team, a prep school in New England was closing, and in their storage room they had some uniforms with monks on it. So obviously St. Joseph made a very good deal somehow. Saved some money on that early budget. And they've been the monks ever since. And have a quite extensive athletic program for both the men and the women. We welcome fans of both schools wherever you're watching and listening on the Northeast Sports Network. Jim Caton, outstanding Associate Athletic Director for Communication, actually on the PA.
Now let's meet today's starting lineups. First, University of St. Joseph.
For St. Joseph, here are the starters.
Number 4, Devon Tanksley Jr.
Devon Tanksley Jr., number 4.
The sophomore guard from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Number 6 for the Blue Jays, Jakari Tertullian.
Senior guard from Everett, Massachusetts. Number 11.
Number 11 for the Blue Jays, Lance Altalnor.
Senior forward from Berlin, Germany.
Number 15,
Feldrop.
Freddie Feldrop.
And a sophomore guard from Sigma, Puerto Rico. Number 20, Roel Figueroa.
And number 20, Roel Figueroa.
And now the starting lineup for the
Again, head coach Glenn Miller. Bowdoin only dressing 8 players today.
Ohio, number 43, Mason Dawkins.
Number 43 for Bowdoin, Mason Dawkins.
Sophomore guard from Ipswich, Massachusetts. Number 42,
Ray Cuevas wears 42. He's been the player of the week in the NESCAC this season, also Rookie of the Year last year. Ben Chilson, number 5.
a senior guard from New York City.
And number 1, Alex Halpern. And the final starter for Bowdoin, number 24, Kevin Reeves. Again, head coach of the Polar Bears, Alex Lloyd.
Miller assisted by Jeff Calhoun, Stephen Laughlin, and Tyler Bolander. Bowdoin College is coached by Alex Lloyd and assisted by Cal Connolly. The officials for today's game are Dan Luminar, Ruaba, and Chris Bennett.
Bowdoin in exams the next few days. Right now, we'll have our national anthem from Bowdoin. Basketball action on the Northeast Sports Network, nsnsports.net. As we said earlier, the official streaming partner of Bowdoin College Athletics and the entire school list of schools in the NESCAC. I'm sure you get a good shot on camera of the Bowdoin bench during the national anthem, and it's like a MASH unit down there. I expect to see Hawkeye Pierce, Hot Lips Houlihan, and Colonel Potter down there. 7 Polar Bears injured. They hope to have, I believe, most of them back after the new year, but probably not taking any chances. I think there are various stages of recovery. As we mentioned, conference play starts on January 9th. V. Bowdoin in the white uniforms going left to right. The Blue Jays right to left. And the tap controlled by Bowdoin. Halpern has it. There's Cuevas, the sophomore from Ipswich, Match. Halpern from New York City. Needs some help. Reeves from Houston comes out. There's Ben Chilson. Gave the ball to Mason Dawkins from Solon, Ohio. Underneath, Reeves has it stripped and taken away by the Blue Jays. There's steal right back by Dawkins. He lays it in. Mason Dawkins, hiding in the weeds, came out, stole it, and laid it in for a 2-0 Bowdoin lead. Altalnor on a drive. High arcing shot does not go down for Feldrop. Rebound, Chilson. Chilson from Tuckanuck, Pennsylvania. Halpern calling the play. Way outside is Reeves. Cuevas swings it over to Halpern. Cuevas by the Polar Bear logo being closely guarded. Chilson swings it to the corner. Dawkins. 8 to shoot Polar Bears. Halpern down the lane. Halpern splits defenders, kicks it out to Chilson for 3. Bang! And the Bowdoin bunch like that one. 5-0 Bowdoin with the shot clock winding down. Chilson, nothing but net. Feldrop being guarded by Dawkins. Jump shot from about 14 feet is good. Jakari Tertullian. He's from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Bowdoin leading 5-2. They have the ball in the early going. Chavis, Dawkins, pass underneath, and stolen away by the Blue Jays. Here comes Figueroa, gave the ball up. Baseline drive up and no good. Missed by Tanksley Jr. He got it back. Back out to Altanor. Shot clock down to 14. Tertullian down the lane. High arcing shot does not stay down. The tip in. Let's see who they give that to. They're going to give it to Tanksley Jr. 5-4 Bowdoin. Reeves going to hand off to Cuevas. Cuevas on the left-handed drive, spins at the foul line. Dawkins, little dipsy-do layup, defies gravity and then falls off. Rebound Tanksley. Blue Jays running the court. Shot missed by Feldrop. The rebound Chilson. Blue Jays dressing about 17, 18 players. So they could go to the bench early and often if they so desire. Baseline, Reeves reverse layup. Kevin Reeves, who missed a great portion of the season last year with a leg injury, came back strong this year for his senior year. Behind the arc is Tertullian looking things over. Bounce pass left of the foul line extended. Now they go inside. That one spins in and out for Feldrop. And the rebound by Halpern. Dawkins, the first-year player, outside to Halpern. Reeves comes out. Reeves starts a drive. Reeves takes it deep, off glass and good. A very methodical move by Kevin Reeves as he got the angle he wanted. 9-4 Bowdoin. Reeves with 4. Three-pointer Blue Jays. That's off the back rim by Figueroa. And here comes Mason Dawkins. Chilson from downtown. Rattles off, rebound bounces around. Saved by Dawkins. Excellent effort, Mason Dawkins. Chilson thought about a 3 again, decides to give it back out to Halpern. Cuevas, left of the foul line extended. Halpern. Chilson on the drive. Chilson goes off glass and good. Ben Chilson sort of created midair and laid it in for his 5th point and a 7-point Bowdoin lead. Feldrop behind the arc, being watched by Dawkins. Altanor at the foul line, backs out. Blue Jays go inside the Feldrop, has trouble with it, passes across, and they're going to call a foul on Reeves.
Foul on number 24, forward Kevin Reeves his first personal foul.
Leading scorer for the Blue Jays, Lance Altanor, 18.4. Freddie Feldrop, 13.1. Roel Figueroa, 10.6. For Bowdoin, Ray Cuevas leading the NESCAC, 24.6. Also in double digits, Jackson Bleeker has only played 3 games, 16 points. And Mason Dawkins, the first-year player, averaging 12.1. So in for Bowdoin, Benedict Mali, first year from Budapest, Hungary. Also 22, the senior Nolan Basayer. Meanwhile, back at the line, 2 foul shots made by Tanksley Jr. 5 minutes into the game, 11-6 Bowdoin over the University of St. Joseph, West Hartford, Connecticut. Dawkins gives it to Basayer. Basayer peeks over his shoulder, goes to Dawkins. Dawson in the lane, kicks it back out. Chilson gives up his dribble, so Dawkins is bumped. Okay, a quick trivia question. What Division I teams had a lot of success in the last number of years in the NCAA tournament is nicknamed the Blue Jays? And I know this school has a lot of success in women's volleyball, which is nearing the Final Four. I'll give the answer before I forget to do it. From the other side, off the front of the rim, loose ball picked up by Basayer. Cuevas, bang!
Cuevas for 3.
First score for Cuevas, 14-6 Bowdoin. Tanksley Figueroa gave it over to number 9, Babacar Diagiu. St. Joe's goes down there, a finger roll, scoop shot, Jakari Tertullian. 6 minutes into this first half. Bowdoin by 6, they have the ball. Basayer shut off, looks for help. Goes out to Cuevas. Halfway through the shot clock, Polar Bears. Cuevas left of the foul line, extended. Dawkins for 3. That one no good. Rebound Basayer. And almost stolen away. Dawkins got it back. Cuevas on the far side to Chilson. Mali in the deep left corner. Mali dribbling baseline. He lays it up and in with the left hand. Not much room there, but Benedict Mali, first year from Budapest, Hungary, makes it 16-8. Bowdoin taking it down there deep. A reverse layup is good. Nice move. Devon Tanksley Jr. The Blue Jays, I was thinking of Creighton University. Creighton from Omaha. I'm not sure there's other Blue Jay mascots that I know at the college level. Knocked out of bounds by St. Joseph. I know a few years ago they had, during a mid-season, a St. Joseph's tournament. They had like 4 teams, St. Joseph's. I think the other one was from Vermont, maybe one from New York and Connecticut and Maine, but it was all St. Joe's. Go St. Joe's was the call. Dawkins down in traffic, flips it over his head, and he's going to go to the line.
Fouls on number 9, Babacar Gandiaga, his first personal foul, team second.
Again, the Blue Jays
Line for Bowdoin, shooting 2.
have only been a team about 7 years, as the men entered at 2018. One more for Dawkins. Came in a 50% foul shooter. I'm sure that will improve going forward. And 1 out of 2 that time for the first year from Solon, Ohio. Spent time at Brewster Academy in New Hampshire before making his way to Bowdoin. 17-10, Polar Bears. Directing traffic, Altanor. Mali on the defense. Altanor goes underneath, hung on the rim. And St. Joseph's on the line, Bowdoin ball. Reeves checking back in for Basire. Alex Halpern will bring it up. Halpern had that tremendous game scoring from threes last weekend. Halpern thought about it, bounced pass into Reeves. Reeves peeks over his shoulder. Reeves, the fall away is good.
Kevin Reeves.
And it's going to be a timeout. This one called by St. Joseph at the end with 11:59 on the clock. Bowdoin 19, the University of St. Joseph 10 on the Northeast Sports Network. Bills within 3. Late third quarter. Welcome back to Bowdoin College. Jim Toomey with Elias Page on the Northeast Sports Network. I'm guessing Coach Jim Calhoun probably listening and watching this, and also maybe watching the Patriots in his living room, just a guess. From outside, swish. Roel Figueroa, his first score of the afternoon. 19-12 Bowdoin, they have the basketball. Cuevas looking for cutters. Gives it to Reeves. Reeves goes down the lane, and Kevin Reeves will go to the foul line. Reeves, a senior from Houston, Texas, out of Columbus Academy.
His second personal foul.
Averages 9.4 points a game, along with 6.4 rebounds. 58% foul shooter coming in. Dawkins, who was out briefly, comes in for Chilson. One foul called on Bowdoin thus far, 3 on St. Joseph. And Reeves goes 1 out of 2. Here comes Freddie Feldrop back in the game. Senior from Berlin, Germany at 6'6". Tertullian. Figueroa, number 22 in the game, double clutches to not get the roll. That's Billy Ray Barnes, the third, number 22. Halpern. Cuevas behind the arc. Cuevas down the lane and knocked out of his hands. It will be Bowdoin ball from their own baseline area. Halpern will trigger it in. And they got to say 5-second call. Excellent defense, Blue Jays. Tertullian gave the ball up to Figueroa. They go inside. A spin move and a travel. Traveling was Babaka Gade Agu. He's from Senegal. Listed at 6'9". Coming in, Elijah Lovelace, number 5 for the Blue Jays. 5'10" junior out of Brooklyn, New York. Cuevas gives up his dribble. Dawkins shut off baseline, and it's going to be thrown away. There's a steal by Cisse. And they turn it over. The Blue Jays do, and here comes Molly. Out to Halpern, who dials one up. In and out. Rebound, fell drop. 23 for the Blue Jays. Adelphi Cisse. He's from the Congo. Here's a rebound by Dawkins off a Blue Jays miss as we near the halfway mark of this first half. Cuevas being closely guarded by Figueroa. I think Cuevas only taken one shot, I believe. Cuevas going to give the ball up to Molly. Molly, a left-handed fall away, gets the friendly roll at the hometown gym. That was a creative shot by Benedict Male. 22-12, Bowdoin in front of Bowdoin's bench. That's Barnes. The fell drop. Figueroa for 3. Got the rim, bounce right to Reeves. Cuevas being closely guarded. Cuevas, baseline to Reeves. Reeves, the fall away. He did not get the roll. Nice inside position for St. Joseph. Fell drop. Gave the ball up to Figueroa. High post, Cisse. Three-pointer, no good by Lovelace. Rebound track down by Molly. Cuevas directs some traffic, calls a play. Cuevas gave it to Halpern. Halpern down the lane, they knock it away. Excellent defense, St. Joseph. Lovelace going to take it all the way, takes the Euro step, comes up short. Grabbed out of the air by Reeves, who gave it to Cuevas. Cuevas baseline drive, overshoots, rebound, fell drop. Here comes Barnes, and they're going to score the basket. Billy Ray Barnes III, senior from Inglewood, California. And when he returns to the line, he'll try to improve on a 9 out of 16 season. 8:14 remaining, first half. Men's basketball, a non-conference matchup. It's Bowdoin 22, the University of St. Joseph 14 on nsnsports.net. Welcome back to Bowdoin as we check the foul shoot situation. Not too many fouls. 2 called on Bowdoin, 3 on St. Joseph. Each team with 5 timeouts left, 8:14 on the clock. Right now, St. Joseph has the arrow. Has Barnes at the line. And he completes the old-fashioned three-point play. 22-15 Bowdoin, nearing the 8-minute mark remaining, first half. Halpern checking in for the Blue Jays, number 3, Ethan McEachran. Basayer shut off baseline, has to go way outside. McEachran from Portland, Oregon. Not to be confused with Portland, Maine, 26 miles to our south. Cuevas from downtown spins off, rebound, fell drop. Here come the Blue Jays. McEachran brought it up quickly, now he's going to bring it out. Tanksley Jr. to fell drop right in front of the Bowdoin bench. McEachran gave the ball up. Cisse with it. Cisse takes it deep over his head. No good. Loose ball rebound. Devon Tanksley Jr. Is there a shot clock maybe? Shot clock says 18. I don't think they're going to change it. McEachran will trigger it in. Fell drop from the corner. No good. Rebound Cuevas. Here comes Dawkins. Basayer stops. Chilson swings it to Halpern. Basayer on a drive. All kinds of traffic. A finger roll. No good. Rebound fell drop. McEachran for the Blue Jays. Almost lost it. Tracks down his own loose ball. Still plenty of time for St. Joseph. They dump it in. They got like a holding foul on Bowdoin as Tanksley Jr. was getting loose. And they're going to call a foul on Halpern, his first. Benedict Molly returns for the Polar Bears. McEachran will start the play from his own baseline area. Goes way out to Cisse. Fell drop, right of the foul line extended. They try to go inside, and another foul on Bowdoin. That will be on Molly.
Foul on number 30, Benedict Molly. His second personal foul, team's fourth.
McEachran, the graduate student, loops the ball in to Cisse. McEachran got it back. Barnes goes around the screen. Barnes trying to turn the corner, but Dawkins cut him off. Here we go, Cisse down the lane, spins. Excellent defense, Bowdoin. Kevin Reeves held the ground and made the play. Here's Molly, sort of coast to coast, and they're going to call it goaltending. Count the basket. Adelphi Cisse, the 6'7" from the Congo. Nearing the 6-minute mark remaining first half. 22-15 Bowdoin. See, that was Tertullian, and now fell drop. Bounce pass inside. Doesn't go, but Devon Tanksley Jr. will shoot two.
Fouls on number 24, Kevin Reeves, his second personal foul, team's fifth.
Tanksley Jr. from Hartford. Listed at 6'6", a senior. Second foul on Reeves, and I think Nolan Basayer will replace him after the first foul shot. Devon Tanksley Jr. came in to this game shooting 79%. It was Basayer for Reeves, as we suspected. 2 for 2 that trip for Tanksley Jr. Cuevas will bring it up. He's watched closely by Tertullian, a screen by Dawkins. Chilson in the corner for a second, gave it right back to Reeves. Dawkins coming out of the corner is Molly. Dawkins for three. Off the back rim, skying for the rebound is Cisse. Here come the Blue Jays on the run. Loose ball picked up. And there's the big stuff by Cisse. As the Blue Jays missed the first opportunity, loose ball rebound leads the 2. 5:16 to go, first half. Bowdoin 24, the University of St. Joseph out of West Hartford 19 on nsnsports.net. After the timeout, Bowdoin possession. Chilson for 3. Bang! Ben Chilson from deep left corner. Feldrop misses down the other end as he got it off the side rim. Chilson shooting 35% behind the arc coming in. 27-19 Bowdoin. They have the ball with 4:42 remaining first half. Besire. Here comes Cuevas. It's going to stay here, says the official.
Foul number 15, Frederick Feldrop. His first personal foul, team's 4th.
First foul on Feldrop. Molly comes in, replacing Dawkins for Bowdoin. Chilson looking. Has to go out deep to Besire. Molly tries to dump it inside. I think there's a holding foul underneath, as Cuevas was in the process of getting loose.
His first personal foul, team's 5th.
First foul on Tertullian. Baseline inbounds play for Bowdoin. Ben Chilson doing the honors. Bounce across to Cuevas. Peeked over his shoulder, decides to bring it out. Chilson stops, shoots. A little bit long. Rebound Blue Jays in the person of Figueroa. Tertullian changes pace on the dribble. Down the lane, up and around the rim and in for Roel Figueroa. Nice pass. And it's down to a 2-possession game, 27-21 with 4 minutes remaining first half. Halpern loops it into Besire, who gently puts it over the rim. His fans in Santa Rosa, California like that play. In front of the Bowdoin's bench. Feldrop behind the arc, straight on, looking for help. He gets it inside, and the shot is blocked. Figueroa is surprised at the defensive work by Alex Halpern. Halpern gets it back from Chilson. Besire looks over his shoulder. Gives up his dribble. Goes down to Cuevas for 3. No good. Nice inside position for the Blue Jays. Tertullian. 3-pointer. Bang. Roel Figueroa now with 7. A very quick Blue Jays team. 3 minutes remaining first half. Bowdoin by 5. Molly drives. Chilson tees one up. Got the iron. Rebound bounces around. Blue Jays had it for a second, but Chilson got it back. Bowdoin slowing it down. Cuevas wants a screen. They go inside. It's going to be Bowdoin ball. Reeves returns along with Babaca Gadiega. Feldrop comes out for the Blue Jays. Besire comes out for the Polar Bears. Chilson way out top to Reeves. Malley backs out. Cuevas Can't turn the corner. Helper to Cuevas, 5 to shoot. And shot clock violation. The Bowdoin bench was counting it down, as they should. But it was at their bench, obviously, is at the other end of the court. Nearing the 2-minute mark remaining, 29-24 Bowdoin. Tanksley Jr. gave it near side to Figueroa. And the ball got loose. Blue Jays track it down with 7 to shoot. Billy Ray Barnes has it. Knocked away. Excellent defense. I think it was Cuevas. Here's Chilson on a run out. Chilson a little too strong. Somehow Chilson got it back. It comes out to Cuevas. Molly down deep, back out to Cuevas. Still 17 to shoot. That was quite a sequence. High post to Reeves. Faces the basket. Here comes Cuevas. And the foul's going to be on St. Joseph, Devon Tanksley Jr. Dawkins back in for Bowdoin. And Halpern will take a break with 1:23 on the clock. You would suspect that Cuevas would do most of the ball handling. Chilson to trigger it in from the far side. Baseline to Reeves. Hands off Cuevas. Cuevas under the basket to Dawkins. Three-pointer Molly. Bang! Benedict Molly. That's his first one of the season on his second attempt. 32-24 Bowdoin with 1 minute remaining first half. Entertaining game here from Bowdoin. Baseline shot. No good. Missed by Figueroa. Loose ball rebound, Mason Dawkins. Far side, Cuevas. Dawkins spins, gave it back to Cuevas for 3. Short. Rebound, Figueroa. He can sky. There's a steal by Ben Chilson. Down the lane, Dawkins to Molly, who lays it in. Chilson, Dawkins to Molly for 2. 11 points for Molly and a 10-point Bowdoin lead, as it looks like St. Joseph will have the last possession. 12 on the clock. Tertullian gets it back from Figueroa with 5. 3-point basket, bang.
Tertullian for 3. That's the end of the first half. Score 34. University of St. Joseph 27.
Tertullian, cool, calm, and collected, drained a 3 with about 2 seconds on the clock. So we played one half of action in this men's non-conference matchup. It's Bowdoin 34, the University of St. Joseph 27. Come back and join us in about 10 minutes on the Northeast Sports Network.
Lumber has been in the lumber business since 1848, and that says more about their commitment to the future than it does about their past. Today, we are a 7th-generation, family-owned integrated forest products company who is passionate about our people-first and values-driven culture. Visit us at our Brunswick location at 158 Church Road. Looking for a cozy getaway to a beautiful mid-coast Maine? Welcome to the Brunswick Hotel, your boutique escape nestled in between Bowdoin College and Station Avenue. With 51 beautifully designed rooms, we offer the perfect blend of comfort and charm. Enjoy a welcoming atmosphere and easy access to local attractions. Experience the heart of Brunswick at the Brunswick Hotel. Book your stay today and create unforgettable memories. Your home away from home.
Ooh, child, listen. Naturally, the voice within me that speaks to thee. 'Cause it's love that makes a woman.
Bowdoin is proud to employ Mainers who know the value of hard work and shared effort. We're proud to build sustainably and to welcome our neighbors, friends, and fans. We're proud to be one of only 9 colleges in the country that is both need blind for all applicants and has replaced student loans with grants. Bowdoin, of course, is in Maine. And Mainers, we put in the hours and get it all done without making a fuss. So consider this our 30 seconds of celebration. Okay, let's get back to work.
All right, Buffalo has 3rd and 4 from New England's 47. I was teasing Ashley. She's down there checking. I go, Welcome back to Bowdoin College. Jim Toomey and Elias Page on the Northeast Sports Network. Men's non-conference matchup. It's Bowdoin 34, the University of St. Joseph 27. Fans, don't forget this. A reminder, here it comes, that this game, along with other Bowdoin games, can be watched on any device from anywhere. Bowdoin games can be streamed via computers, mobile devices, and OTT apps like Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Search for NESCAC Network in the App Store and download the channel or app to your favorite viewing device. For more information, visit nescac.com/NESCAC Network. Looking at the numbers, St. Joseph shooting 36% from the floor, 33% from long distance. They are a perfect 5 for 5 at the foul line. Individually, Devon Tanksley Jr. has 8. 7 points for Jakari Tertullian. Also 7 points for Roel Figueroa. And 3 points for Billy Ray Barnes of the third. And 2-point basket, Adelphi Cisse for his 2 points. Leading rebounder for the Blue Jays, Freddie Feldrop with 5. For Bowdoin, they're shooting 48.3 from the floor, 30.8 from long distance, 2 out of 4 at the foul line. 8 points for Ben Chilson, had a couple of threes. 7 points for Kevin Reeves. Ray Cuevas, 1 for 5 from the floor. It was a 3-point basket for his 3. Mason Dawkins, 3 points. Nolan Basayer had 2 points. And in double figures with the Polar Bears at the half, Benedict Mali with 11 on perfect 5 out of 5 shooting plus a foul shot. Pretty even rebounding for Bowdoin. Ben Chilson has 4. Mason Dawkins has 4. Alex Halpern with 3 assists. As we're just about ready to begin the second half. Again, for late tuners in, Bowdoin playing the University of St. Joseph from West Hartford, Connecticut. And you know this is a good team. They only lost to Trinity of the NESCAC, 72-68. Trinity ranked number 1 on the various polls. And that was a recent game back on December 3rd. So that was an impressive effort by the Blue Jays. All right, it'll be the Blue Jays going left to right in their dark uniforms. Bowdoin will defend wearing their home whites. Hope fans of both schools enjoying this one on the Northeast Sports Network. Again, most teams will be off a couple of weeks. They don't get the full break just because they're D3 teams. So they sacrifice a lot, all these teams, to see their families and celebrate various holidays, but also being loyal to their team, getting ready for that conference schedule. Power move up and in. Tertullian with an impressive move, cuts it to 5. Dawkins brings it up. And Cuevas got tripped or slipped. He's up. Dawkins has to go to Halpern, who dribbles across the key. Reeves coming out of the right corner. Reeves goes back, and a little baby hook shot, no good. Excellent defense, Freddie Feldrop. Here comes Altanor. He's got it. 2-point basket by Lance Altanor. His first score of the day. And just like that, the Blue Jays have cut it to 3. Again, Bowdoin only dressing 8 players today. And we get a holding foul on the Blue Jays.
Foul on number 6, Jakari Tertullian, his second personal foul.
Second foul on Tertullian. Chilson inbounds to Cuevas. Halpern comes out, left of the foul line extended. Chilson bounce pass baseline to Reeves. Reeves backs his way in. Reeves comes out the other side and gets the friendly roll. Kevin Reeves, 9 points. Bowdoin by 5. 90 seconds into the second half. Three-pointer Blue Jays, short. Missed by Tanksley Jr., and Cuevas has the rebound. Again, Cuevas leading scorer in the NESCAC at 24.6. You feel any moment he may go off. I'm sure St. Joseph very well aware of him. And a near steal. Somehow Reeves got it back. Here goes Mason down the lane with a dipsy-do underhand layup. So didn't look good for the Polar Bears, and they turned out to be an excellent play. Reeves to Dawkins. 38-31 Bowdoin. Fell drop behind the arc. Hands off to Figueroa. Altenor got it back. Altenor gets a screen, stops, shoots, got it from about 17 feet. So Lance Altenor a couple of buckets this half. He's from Everett, Mass. Bowdoin by 5. They have the ball. Reeves jump past to Chilson. Now Cuevas going to bring it back out to midcourt near the Polar Bear logo. 10 on the shot clock. Cuevas fakes. Cuevas in the lane. Is blocked. Excellent defense by Feldrop, and also helping out Tanksley Jr. Feldrop down there deep. He goes off glass, and Freddie Feldrop is going to go for the old-fashioned three-point play. That's Feldrop's first score of the afternoon. He came in scoring average of 13.1.
Basket is good from Feldrop. One free throw.
Feldrop, 12 out of 12 coming in, and he remains perfect. We have a 2-point ball game here. Dawkins with the ball. Hands off to Chilson. Jump pass to the foul line to Basayer, who's come in. Cuevas wanted a screen, and the Blue Jays fought through it. Chilson tees one up. Too long. And the rebound, nicely done by Tertullian as he tapped it to himself. Blue Jays trying to tie or go ahead. Tertullian down the lane. He goes off glass. No good. And I think they're going to call a tie-up. The possession arrow Bowdoin.
Jump ball, possession of Bowdoin.
Cuevas will bring it up, being watched closely. High post Basayer. Basayer looking around. Is Cuevas running the baseline? Some contact. We play on, and Ray Cuevas is going to shoot two. We played on for a second on the second defensive move by the Blue Jays. They call the foul.
Foul on number 15, Frederick Feldrop, his second personal foul, team second.
Second foul on Feldrop. Cuevas came in shooting 88% at the foul line. 6'3" sophomore, Ipswich, Mass, out of the Pingree School. And very calmly putting those foul shots in, just like he was shooting in his driveway in Ipswich. 40-36 Bowdoin, 4 minutes into the second half. Hand off to Altenor. Tanksley Jr. Now directing traffic, Feldrop. 10 to shoot, Blue Jays. Altenor down the lane. Kicks it back out for a corner three. Bang. No, a long two, I beg your pardon. Figueroa having a great start to the second half. He's up to 9 points. 2-point Bowdoin lead. Cuevas swallowed up, had to give it to Basayer. Dawkins spins, and here comes Chilson in with a big stuff. Ben Chilson came in right baseline and stuffed it. two hands. Back the other way, three-pointer, Blue Jays. Lance Altenor, he's got 7. 42-41 Bowdoin. What action we've seen here. Here goes Basire, stops on the drive, looks for help. Molly back in the game. Molly gets the ball, goes off glass and scores. Nice assist, Nolan Basire. We got a timeout on the court. 14:50 remaining, second half. It's Bowdoin 44, the University of St. Joseph 41 on nsnsports.net. All right, welcome back to Bowdoin College, Brunswick, Maine. 1 foul this half on Bowdoin, 2 on St. Joseph. Bowdoin has 3 timeouts left. St. Joseph, 5 timeouts left. St. Joseph will have the next arrow, but we'll take a real close look at that as we wind down in the game. That arrow becomes very, very big. 3-pointers, St. Joseph, back rim. That was missed by Tanksley Jr. Here comes Mason Dawkins, the first-year player. Has all-around skills, shut off by Feldrop. Cuevas inside the foul line, turns, shoots, swish. A little pirouette move by Cuevas. Feldrop back the other way, takes his time and scores left-handed off glass. 5 points for Feldrop, 46-43 Bowdoin. Cuevas from 15 feet, got the iron, hustle rebound by Altenor. Tertullian gave it back to Altenor. Altenor drives and lays it in. He's got 9 points. Boy, he accelerated on that right baseline from our perspective. Dawkins handling the ball. Molly started the cut. They go out to Basire. Basire behind the arc now. Gives up his dribble. Needs some help. Goes to Chilson, who stumbles. Somehow got it to Dawkins, who scores! Wow! Basire losing his balance. Somehow got it to Mason Dawkins, who created. Went off glass for the basket. It's one of those plays, even as a player, you say, hey, do that move again. And the player goes, I'm not quite sure what I did until I watch the replay. 3-point play, Mason Dawkins, who comes out for a break. Bowdoin bench gives him a handshake as he goes out. Alex Halpern back in for Bowdoin. Very entertaining ball game here. 17 feet. Good. Lance Altenor. And now thrown away by Bowdoin. And the St. Joseph bench is up and cheering. St. Joseph again will have a chance to tie or go ahead with the 3. 7 minutes into this second half. I believe is the first meeting between these two teams. Again, University of St. Joseph's, the team has only been around 7 years. Three-pointer, back rim by Tertullian. Hustle, rebound, Cuevas. Halpern going to call a play. Molly out to Reeves, almost lost it. Reeves tracks it down. Still time on the shot clock, we're only down to 12. Chilson skips it to Cuevas on that far side. Down to 7. Halpern's going to have to tee one up. No. Molly, the fall away, does not get the roll. Rebound. Gadiaga. Altanor goes around the screen. No good. Rebound by Molly. Coach Lloyd says, slow it down, gentlemen. 49-47 Bowdoin as we have 11:45 remaining in the second half. Cuevas on the far side. Near steal. In fact, it is a steal. Tanksley Jr. with the soft stuff coming in from the right side. He's got 10 points. Devon Tanksley Jr. We're tied at 49. Molly will bring it up. 6'6", first year from Budapest, Hungary. He went to Trinity Pauling, which is in New England, and we have a timeout. 11:20 remaining, second half. Bowdoin 49, the University of St. Joseph 49 on the Northeast Sports Network. Jim Toomey along with our producer Elias Page. This is the last time we'll see the men until 2026. The Bowdoin women hosting a Coastal Classic, not a championship tournament as the opponents are already predetermined. That's next weekend, right? Dawn Shields will do the play-by-play. We'll see what happens after the timeout. They go into Reeves. He fakes and contact over the back. Babakar Gadiaga.
His second personal foul, team's fourth. Kevin Reeves at the
second foul on Gadiaga. Reeves came in shooting 58% at the line. He's 2 for 3 today. And the senior from Houston goes 2 for 2 that trip. Bowdoin by 2. Bringing the ball up, Tertullian. Jump shot from 17 feet, got the rim. Missed by Altanor, rebound Bowdoin. Chilson to Molly. Cuevas is going to be out, or is out, but I'm sure it won't be for long. Halpern by midcourt, goes to Reeves. Reeves looking over his shoulder, hands off to Dawkins. Almost lost by Bowdoin, but Chilson came up with it. Dawkins coming out of the deep right corner. Reeves, the jump shot. High off the rim and tipped in by Ben Chilson. He actually sort of caught it and gently dropped it in. The junior from Tuckhannock, Pennsylvania. 53-49 Bowdoin. Altanor still has it. They go outside now, directing traffic. Only 6 seconds remaining. Tertullian tries to go inside. Deflected. Reeves Here comes Dawkins. Dawkins will have to earn him at the foul line. Foul, I think, will be on Devon Tanksley Jr.
Fouls on number 4, Tanksley, his third personal foul. Team's fifth.
Just went 2 ticks under, 10 minutes remaining. Dawkins now 4 for 5 on the afternoon. Reeves comes out, won't be long, I'm sure. And that one spins off. Here come the Blue Jays, trailing by 5. Altanor being guarded by Malley. Tertullian tries to go in, shut off by Dawkins. Billy Ray Barnes back in for the Jays. On the drive is Feldrop. I think this will be a non-shooting foul. Personal Ben Chilson is first. Cuevas entering for Halpern. It'll be Blue Jays ball from their own baseline area. They're going to call Malley for the holding foul. Malley with 13 points picked up his third foul. Once again, baseline inbounds play for the Blue Jays. It goes out to Altanor, and now Feldrop. Right in front of his own bench. Altanor got it to Feldrop. They kick it back outside. A hop, skip, and a jump does not go down. Rebound, no good. And they're going to say it's Bowdoin ball. Here comes Cuevas. 7 points. I'm guessing his lowest output of the season at this point. Oh, almost stolen away. Chilson got it. Here comes Dawkins. Comes up short. They kick it to Malley. Here's Cuevas for 3. Halfway down, came out. Dawkins got the rebound. Chilson, front rim. And they're going to say it's St. Joseph ball. That was quite an interesting sequence. Good hustle by Bowdoin, but in the end, they did not score. St. Joseph trailing by 5 with 8.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Feldrop dumps it inside. And saving it was Gadiega. Down to 6 on the shot clock for the Blue Jays. Here's a reverse layup. Excellent move. Lance Altanor now with 13. Very creative. 54-51 Bowdoin. Cuevas through traffic. Kicks it to Chilson. And knocked away. Picked up by the Blue Jays. Tertullian tries to go inside the Feldrop. Feldrop, the little baby hook shot, no good. Rebound Dawkins. Dawkins slows it down just a little bit. Malley looking for cutters. Whips it over to Chilson in front of his own bench. 10 to shoot, Polar Bears. Basire, foul line, goes inside, overshoots, but I think Nolan Basire is going to the line.
Fouls on number 9, Gadiega. His third personal foul. Team 6th. Nolan Basire in the line for Bowdoin.
Pull the string on that one. One more for Basire. And he made the second of two, as you could see. Basire with 3 points, 55-51 Bowdoin, in a very competitive non-conference matchup. After this, you got to go to your dorm or apartment and study for exams coming up. I'm not sure of St. Joseph schedule. Three-pointer, overshot. St. Joseph's got the rebound. Here comes Feldrop for three, and he drained it. Bang! Feldrop up to 8 points. He's been quiet on the day, but that one went swishing through the net from three-point country. Bowdoin by one. They have the basketball. Dawkins right at the foul line extended. Out top, Halpern swings it to Molly. Molly drives. Molly the fall away. It goes down. Benedict Molly with 15 points with some creative moves and shots. 57-54 Bowdoin. Cisse, and they go outside. And it's going to be 3 foul shots upcoming.
Fouls on number 42, Ray Cuevas. His first personal foul. Team's fifth.
Going to the line will be Lance Altenor. Leading scorer for the Blue Jays at 18.4. The senior from Everett, Mass, listed at 6'3". Altenor came in shooting 85% at the foul line. One more, going for his 15th point. And he's got it. One more. Don't forget, it was a 3-point attempt. Going for the tie here with 6:16 on the clock. Chilson entering for Dawkins. Again, a short bench for Bowdoin. We don't want to belabor that, but only 8 players dressed. 7 players on the IL, with most of them hopefully back in January. And look at that, the foul shot missed. Altenor stayed with it, grabbed the rebound and put it in. He's got 17, and the Blue Jays have taken a 58-57 lead. Let's see if Bowdoin can respond. Reeves looking for help. Reeves drives. Reeves goes all the way, spins it off. Loose ball picked up by the Blue Jays. That was Cisse. He got the loose ball rebound. And Coach Glenn Miller in his 5th season wants a timeout. 5:45 remaining in regulation. University of St. Joseph out of West Hartford, Connecticut. 58, Bowdoin 57 on the Northeast Sports Network. All right, welcome back. Let's do a recheck. 4 fouls on Bowdoin, 6 on St. Joseph. Bowdoin 2 timeouts left. St. Joseph 4. And right now the Blue Jays have the possession arrow. 3-pointer, bang! Elijah Lovelace, his first score of the game. What a time to have it, the junior from Brooklyn. 4-point St. Joseph lead. Bowdoin spreading it out. Halpern goes to Cuevas. Chilson for 3. Bang!
Ben Chilson for 3.
Ben Chilson could have turned around and shook hands with somebody in the front row. He was closer to the stands than he was the arc. Chilson with 15. 61-60. Blue Jays. All kinds of action there as players bump off each other. Referees say play on. Looked like bowling for dollars for a second. Feldrop dries. Feldrop takes the Euro step and goes off glass. Freddie Feldrop, a true Euro step as he's from Berlin, Germany. St. Joseph by 3. Halpern to Cuevas down there deep, and Cuevas goes off glass. Excellent play by Cuevas. He stopped quickly and got himself under control to use that window as he cuts it to 1. From outside, swish. Adelphi Cisse from the Congo has 4 points. Bowdoin trailing by 3. Chilson has it taken away. Chilson somehow got it back. And timeout Bowdoin saved the possession. So we'll keep it here with 3:54 remaining in regulation. 65-62. The University of St. Joseph, a member of the GNAC, Great Northeast Athletic Conference. Of course, Bowdoin of the NESCAC, the New England Small College. The only team not in New England is Hamilton, out of Clinton, New York. But I'm sure their mission academically and athletically very similar to the NESCAC schools that they joined. I believe the Hamilton is one of the last schools to do the NESCAC. Okay, nobody has 4 fouls, I do not believe, so that is not an issue in the late going. Been a good game, a lot of action. And win or lose today, it'll be interesting to follow the University of St. Joseph going forward. Again, they've had a team for 2018, but under the leadership of Hall of Fame coach Jim Calhoun, they won 47 games early on. He passed the torch to one of his former assistants at UConn, Glenn Miller, who was 96-17 coming in. So they not only joined the GNAC, they became a force in the GNAC. Only 4 fouls on Bowdoin, as I said, so that helps. It will be a 1-and-1 for Bowdoin if St. Joseph fouls. Besire hands off to Cuevas. Chilson from the left corner, bang! Ben Chilson unconscious for 18 points. St. Joseph, a 1-point lead. They have the ball with 3.5 to go. Look at that defense by Cuevas. It came loose, and then Molly picked it up. Molly, dipsy-doo, doesn't go, but Benedict Molly is going to go to the line. And let's see if he makes it up okay. Again, Bowdoin doesn't need another injury.
Benedict Molly at the line for Bowdoin, shooting 2.
Molly with 15 points. Molly and Chilson. And that one rattles off. So Molly one more to get to break the tie. Molly only averaging 3.3 coming in. And that is good, as you could see. 66-65 Bowdoin. 3:20 remaining, do I dare say, in regulation. On the drive, Altanor. St. Joseph goes to the far side. Lovelace, now they go inside. Comes up short, and that was missed by Tanksley Jr. Loose ball rebound by Mason Dawkins. Cuevas out by midcourt, looks over to Coach Lloyd. Cuevas jump past to Dawkins. Dawkins inside the lane, shut off. Near side to Cuevas, 7 to shoot, Bowdoin. Cuevas through traffic. Dawkins for 3, short. The Blue Jays bring it up in the person of Tertullian. That's Tanksley Jr. Fell drop, goes inside, ball got loose. Tracking it down, Tertullian. Halfway through the shot clock, St. Joseph. Front of his own bench, Tertullian dribbles to the foul line. Kicks it outside, fell drop for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound tracked down by the Blue Jays. Tanksley Jr. got it. Under 2 minutes remaining. Baseline, Altanor drives and lays it in. Lance Altanor, a little crease along that baseline. He found it. He's got 19. Bowdoin trailing by 1. Besire has it. High post. Needs some help. Chilson changes hands on the dribble. Out behind the arc to Cuevas. 8 to shoot, Polar Bears. Cuevas, the fall away 3. No good. Dawkins with the rebound. Back to Cuevas. What an effort by Mason Dawkins. That was impressive. Besire down the lane. Besire and halfway down and out. Rebound Molly. Another 22nd. Chilson almost bounced in. Bowdoin could not get the friendly roll that time as we're under a minute to go. Blue Jays in no hurry. Directing traffic, Altanor. Fell drop sets a screen, but nothing really happens with it. 10 to shoot, St. Joseph. Altanor down, he kicks it back out for a 3. That one is long. That was missed by Figueroa. Besire got the rebound and now a timeout. About a 2-second difference between the game and the shot clock. Bowdoin trailing by 1. Let's see what Coach Lloyd will draw up. Hope fans of both schools have enjoyed this one on the Northeast Sports Network, the official streaming partner of Bowdoin College Athletics and all the teams in the NESCAC. We wish everybody a happy holiday, however you celebrate the events over the next couple of weeks. Again, the Bowdoin women will be here late in December. The Bowdoin women undefeated on the season, 7-0. They've only, last year they finished 29-1, so they've won the last 36 out of 37 games. It'll be on Monday, December 29th. Vassar will be here at 2 o'clock. The next day, Bowdoin will play Calvin. And the fourth team in this tournament is the NESCAC team, Tufts. So Tufts will also play, but they'll play Calvin first and Vassar second. So people may want to get out of the house, after Christmas and everybody around there. Hey, come over to Bowdoin and see the Coastal Classic. Some great women's basketball on the 29th of 30, and Dawn Shields will give you a great play-by-play. Right now, business at hand. Bowdoin trailing by 1. Clock ticking down. Cuevas through traffic, misses the shot, and the Blue Jays get the rebound, and This will be a non-shooting situation because that's only team foul number 5. So it's the double-edged sword of the foul situation. The good part is you're not committing many fouls. The negative is late in the game, you may want to send the team to the foul line, so very quickly you will see another foul by Bowdoin. Okay, now we're up to 6.
Foul on number 5, Ben Chilson.
That was a tough drive by Cuevas to get caught up in midair.
Timeout, University of St. Joseph.
I think there was like 2 defenders of the Blue Jays like up with him. And we're going to have a timeout. This one called by the Blue Jays. Bowdoin came in at 6-3. St. Joseph 4-4. And as is the case, as we flip the calendar to January, it'll be conference play for the most part. There's a couple of non-conference games mixed in there, but NESCAC usually plays Friday at 7 and Saturday at 3. There are some exceptions. There are some Sunday games once in a while with certain teams. Still 13.5 seconds, so the ball will come in and Bowdoin will commit the foul. Of course, first they would like a 5-second count. So if you, in order of preference, I would say 5-second count, your ball in the front court. Second choice would be get a steal. Third choice, you foul and send the other team for a 1-and-1. The question will be, how soon can Bowdoin foul? Devon Tanksley Jr. will inbound. Comes into Tertullian. This will be a 1-and-1. Still 12 seconds on the clock. Tertullian at 9 points has not gone to the foul line today.
Tertullian at the line for St. Joseph, shooting 1-and-1.
He's from Bridgeport, Connecticut, only a sophomore. On a miss, Bowdoin's got a block out. And they do not have any timeouts, Bowdoin. It's missed. Rebound Cuevas. Down to 8 seconds. Cuevas being double teamed. Cuevas fakes, shoots. He got it! He got it! Somehow it went down with 1/10 on the clock. And look at that Bowdoin bench. I'm sure our producer Elias Page getting a good look of that celebration. Unbelievable. You know, as a casual observer, broadcaster, or fan, when there was like 3 seconds, you're saying to yourself, he's not even going to get a shot off. And look what happened. Talk about being creative. You got to go back and watch that. That certainly is one of those plays when, hey, Ray, do that again. And you'd say, I'd have to see the tape first, and then I'll try to duplicate it. Still only 1/10 on the clock, so Bowdoin, you want to stay away from any of the Blue Jays. 68-67 Bowdoin. This would have to be a tap. This is not a catch and shoot situation because it's under 3/10. If some opponent tries to run at you in the backcourt, stay away. This has to be a tap. And another timeout by St. Joseph's.
Full timeout.
It shows you if you put up a shot with a soft touch, it always has a chance. A great ball game here. Again, we believe the first matchup between the University of St. Joseph and Bowdoin. And again, most schools are in their either reading period right now for a couple of days or into their exams. As we said, basketball teams will have a break, but it won't be as long as the general student population. So for Bowdoin, Reeves, Cuevas, Chilson's who had a great game, Dawkins, and Basire. Chilson and Molly, if there was co-players of the game or what have you, you'd have to, I think, choose Chilson and Molly. Do not foul. Just, again, this has to be a tip. They throw it long. Nope, it wouldn't have counted anyway. Bowdoin wins. Bowdoin wins 68-67 over the University of St. Joseph out of West Hartford, Connecticut. Next home game for the men will be January 9th, 7 o'clock against Tufts in NESCAC action. What a game. A lot of talent on both sides. Different players came up big for the Blue Jays at various points in time. And give credit to Bowdoin, who only dressed 8 players. Cuevas ended up with double digits because of that final shot. He got to 11 points, as the Blue Jays were well aware of the numbers that Ray Cuevas has leading the NESCAC. So in the background, it's going to be a good night. So congratulations to Bowdoin Polar Bears as they pick up their 7th win of the season, now 7-3. Great effort by St. Joseph. Very impressed with a number of their players, and they're well coached as Bowdoin is well coached. And the Blue Jays dropped to 4-5, but again, I know they'll be a big factor in the GNAC. Let's look at some numbers. St. Joseph shot very well, especially the second half. They end up shooting 47% from the floor, 5 out of 13 on threes, 8 out of 10 at the foul line. Devon Tanksley Jr., 10 points. 9 points for Jakari Tertullian. 19 big points for Lance Altanor. Also in double digits, he came on strong in the second half. Freddie Feldrop with 10, also had 7 boards. Likewise, Tanksley Jr. had 7 boards. Roel Figueroa with 9. 3 points for Elijah Lovelace. And 4 points for Adelphi Cisse. For the Polar Bears, they shot 46.4 for the game, almost the same as St. Joseph. Polar Bears 6 out of 21 at behind the arc, 10 out of 15 at the foul line. For Bowdoin, Alex Halpern did not score, but he picked up 4 assists. Ben Chilson, 18 big points. He was 4 out of 10 from behind the arc. Chilson had 5 rebounds, I should say. Kevin Reeves battled underneath for 11 points. Ray Cuevas ended up with 11 points on 4 out of 13 shooting, but at this point, who cares? He made the one to take the win during the final seconds, the final 1/10 on the clock as it went down through the net. Cuevas did have 4 boards and 3 assists. Mason Dawkins, 9 points, almost a double-double because he had 10 rebounds and 3 assists. Nolan Basire, 3 points and 5 rebounds. And Benedict Mali, the first year from Budapest, Hungary, 16 points on 7 out of 8 shooting, and he had 5 rebounds. So quite a game here, and we hope everybody enjoyed it. So again, we wish everybody a happy holiday wherever you're going to be and how you celebrate it. And We look forward to seeing the Bowdoin men after we flip the calendar to January. Again, don't forget the Women's Coastal Classic next weekend on nsnsports.net. So speaking for our great producer, Elias Page, I'm Jim Toomey, saying the final score for the final time, this men's non-conference basketball matchup. It was Bowdoin 68, the University of St. Joseph out of West Hartford, Connecticut, 67. Until the next time on the Northeast Sports Network. Take care, everybody.